There's an old saying, pea hen pea. It means a ghost sees a ghost, or simply a liar recognizes a liar. So today's story is from a viewer who thought he had seen it all in Pattaya until he finally met a girl that tried to pull the accelerated marriage scam on him. So, without further delay, let's jump into today's Thailand story. Hi Dan, I've been enjoying your videos lately. I listen to them almost daily while I'm cooking breakfast or just getting through my day. To be honest, none of these stories are really new to me. I mostly listen for the entertainment, but since I had some free time, I figured, what the hell? Why not submit one from my own vault? So Dan, feel free to share if you think it's worthwhile. So, at first, a bit about me. I'm 33, from the US, and I've been going back and forth to Thailand for a few months every year since I was 21, except during the pandemic, of course. I don't have any unfortunate situations going on, but I do have an abundance of experience. So I thought I would share a story that offers a different perspective on Pattaya. Now I'm probably a bit unique in that I've been hitting Pattaya since I was 21 at the experience of my humility. I'm what you'd call a catch, tall, athletic, and I've put in the work to speak some of the Thai language. So if you combine that with a bit of charisma and a knowledge of Thai pop culture, and I had the perfect recipe for attracting Thai women. So from the start, I was never a stranger to the social interests of the nightlife. Before I even stepped foot in Thailand, I'd read the classics, books like Thai Private Eye and Private Dancer. They provided the kind of insights you provide today, back when that info was a lot harder to find. In my younger years, it wasn't unusual for girls to get into literal fights over me at iBar. I've even had girls get into bidding wars to pay to go home with me. I used to be proud of the fact that I never paid for jiggy jiggy. I'd pick up girls at the clubs, and while I refused to pay a bar fine, I'd secretly pass my line ID to girls at the go-go bars to meet up after their shift. Now I was always straightforward. I'd tell them within minutes, I'm a big butterfly. I don't pay and stick to a 1 or 2 day rule. If they wanted to have fun, they knew exactly what they were getting into. I've always been honest with them. I actually admire these women for the sacrifices they make for their families. I don't even blame them for hustling foreigners. Pattaya is a big game. You're either the player or you're getting played. I mean, in what world is a 20-year-old girl actually in love with a guy in his 50s? Use some common sense, guys. Come on. Now, by the time I hit 27, I realised that on almost every trip, I'd have a moment of depression. I'd be sitting in bed feeling awful because some of these girls were actually getting hurt. Even though I was transparent, they would get attached. I've had girls crying outside my door or camping in the hallway while I was with someone else. Now I didn't like it, so I found a solution. I just started paying. I kept the same premise, that I was a butterfly and it was a one-night stand, but I'd leave 1,000 baht in the morning. That way we enjoyed an authentic romance, but when they saw me in the club the next night with someone else, they could at least feel like they got something out of the deal, and it kept things from getting dramatic. Lately though, the game has changed. Now whether it's my age or the environment, it's harder to pick up whoever I want. Back then, there were no smartphones. Now girls have a million options on Thai-friendly or live streaming. I've noticed the girls are going for the big bags of cash lately. About a month ago, I was out alone on a random Tuesday at Insomnia. I came across a young girl, let's call her Yui. She was about 23, in a group of 4. She spoke almost no English, so we spoke entirely in Thai. So I ordered a bottle of Black Label. When Yui saw the bill, she made a huge scene, almost shedding tears because she couldn't believe how expensive it was. She claimed it was her first day in Pattaya and she was just visiting a friend. She acted so incredibly naive that for a second, I actually started to believe her. So, she came back to my place but acted ridiculously prude, which immediately made me suspicious. I brought up the subject of money. I'm not above paying and I would have happily given her 2,000 baht. But she acted offended. She said if I offered her money, she'd slap me and walk out. So I knew then that she was putting me on. So I decided to play along to see where it went. She asked if I saw other women. I told her the truth. I'm one of the biggest butterflies in town. She insisted it was her first time in years being with a guy and her first time ever with a farang. So of course, it wasn't long until the jiggy started. And let's just say her performance was all the proof I needed that she was lying about her experience level. Now the next day, the story grew. She told me she lived with her parents in Bangkok, worked at a Honda dealership, and came from an extremely conservative family. Then came the hook. She claimed that her friend from the club was so jealous that she'd ratted Yui out to her father, and Yui looked at me and said there were only 2 options. Either I go home to Bangkok to meet her parents and marry her, or she can never go home again. So she effectively tried to trap me. She said since I ruined her life, she'd need to stay in a hotel for 3 months while she looked for a new job. I asked her, how much is that going to cost? She didn't even blink. 30,000 baht. So the jig was up. I looked at her and used the Thai phrase P hen P. A ghost sees a ghost. And it literally means that I see right through you. So I offered her a grab taxi back to Bangkok, or the 1,000 baht that I usually give. She kept the act up until the very end, begrudgingly taking the 1,000 baht and complaining that I was forcing her to become a working girl. Now, for a split second, I felt like a jerk. Maybe she was telling the truth. That doubt lasted until that afternoon when I found her profile on Thai Friendly. She joined weeks ago and was offering short time and long time turns only a pro would know. I had a friend message her, short time, 3,000 baht, ? She accepted instantly. So I sent her the screenshot of her own profile and asked, is this you? So, the moral of my story. The long con is becoming a short con. These ladies will try to pin you into a situation where you feel responsible for their lives. Be aware that the game has not changed. I realise I might sound like a douchebag painting myself as some rock star, but I wanted to provide a perspective you don't hear as often. If you want more stories, Dan, I have plenty. Keep up the great work. Right guys, let us know what you think about the story down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed what I had to share 2 days ago, there's a lot more information that I can share on the channel, how things really operate in Thailand. And if you have any suggestions, please also put it down in the comments below. And if you want to share your own real life Thailand story on the channel in hope that it might help people wake up to the situation that they are in, or to stop them getting into the situation that you guys have gotten yourselves into, then please share your stories by sending an email to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com, and we will share it for everybody to hear. Apart from that, guys, if you're in Thailand, enjoy Songkran. If you've got any pictures or any video clips, send them into the channel. I'll share them on Facebook or in the community post side of things on YouTube, so people can see what fun you guys are getting up to. So guys, don't forget to send those in. Apart from that, look after yourselves, be well, be happy, and be careful when you get involved with Thai women over in Thailand. Ciao for now, and bye-bye.